left without warning, no words, no sound, just an empty space where love was found. I stood there frozen, didn't know what to say, watching forever walk away. I tried to believe you'd turn around, but hope fell apart without a sound. You left and took the light with you. Now I'm standing in the dark with nothing left to hold on to. You left like I meant nothing at all. I was giving you everything while watching me fall. I gave you my heart, you tore it in two. Now all that I am is missing you. I hear your footsteps in quiet nights, but they fade away with morning light. Your voice in my memory won't let me be. It whispers softly what used to be. I try to move on, but I'm still there. In the moment you left without a care, you left and broke me apart. Let me hold in pieces of the shattered heart. You left, but I still feel you here in every silence, in every tear. I gave you my soul, you let it fall apart. Now I'm just living with a broken heart. Maybe one day I'll understand why you let go of what we had, but right now I'm lost in what we were, in a love that hurts without a cure. You left, but I'll find my way through every night into a new day. You left, but I'll be okay, even if the pain still wants to stay. I gave you my everything right from the start. Now I'm healing slowly from where you left my I loved you in silence, I loved you in pain, I loved you when nothing was left to explain. I gave you my mornings, my nights and my truth. I built my didn't see limits, I didn't see end. I just kept on falling again and again. I loved you deep, deeper than I should. I loved you even when it hurt so good. I loved you deep with all I had inside, while you were slowly saying goodbye. I gave you my heart, you tore it apart. Now I'm still drowning in how deep I loved. I stayed through your distance, through all of your change, while you drifted further. I stayed the same. I held on to hope like it was enough, but love can't survive when it's only one love. I was all in, you were half gone. I kept on loving too far too long. I loved you deep, even when I knew you weren't staying, like you used to. I loved you deep, and it broke me slow, but I didn't know how to let you go. I gave you my soul, you let it fall. Now I'm just echoes of giving it all. Maybe I lost me in loving you. Maybe I forgot what I should do. Now I'm learning softly to breathe again, to find myself where love had been. I loved you deep, but I'll survive even after you left. I'm still alive. I loved you deep, but I'll be free from a love that took too much of me. I gave you my everything right from the start. Now I'm healing slowly from a deeply broken heart. You were already leaving. I could feel the change. Your words felt distant, your touch felt strange. But I stayed in the moment, pretending it's real. While you were fading, I loved you still. I saw it breaking before it was done, but I kept believing you were the one. I loved you still, through every goodbye, through all the silence. tore it apart. But even in pieces, I loved you still. I kept all your promises you never kept, crying in silence while you never wept. I held on to memories, you let them fall. I was giving you everything, you gave me nothing at all. I tried to be stronger, but I fell apart. Every time I listen to my own heart, I loved you still, even when it hurt, even when loving you made me feel worse. I loved you still, but you weren't there. I was holding your heart, you didn't care. I gave you my soul, you let it fall apart. Now I'm just living with a hurting heart. Maybe I loved you more than I should. Maybe I saw in you what I thought was good. Now I'm learning slowly to let you go, even if it hurts more than you know. I loved you still, but I'm letting go of a love that stayed but didn't grow. I loved you still, but I'll be okay. I'll find a love that chooses to stay. I gave you my everything right from the start. Now I'm healing slowly from a once loving heart. I thought time would heal me, take your name away, but every little moment still feels like yesterday. I try to keep moving, pretend I'm okay, but something inside me won't fade away. I hide all the memories deep in my mind, but they find their way back every time. I still feel pain in every heartbeat, in every silence you left in me. I still feel pain, though you're long gone, I'm still holding on. Well, moving on. I gave you my love, you tore it apart. Now I'm living with echoes and a broken heart. I walk through the places we used to go. Everything reminds me of what I don't know. I'm still alive, I still feel pain, but I'll find peace, even if the hurt never fully leaves. I gave you my everything right from the start. Now I'm healing slowly from a hurting heart. Keep the light on, like you'll come home, even though I know I'm here alone. Your shoes by the doorway, still where you left, like time froze the moment you took your last breath of us. I tell myself daily you won't return, but hope is a fire that refuses to burn out. I still wait for a knock on the door, for your voice to say you're mine once more. That forever ended the day I lost you. I gave you my heart right from the start. Now I'm just waiting with a broken heart. I check my phone for a message from you. Even silence feels loud when it's all I get through. I walk past our places like you might appear, but it's just empty air and me standing here. I try to move on, but I stay the same, still calling softly your name. I still wait through every night, holding on to a fading light. I still wait, though you're long gone. I'm stuck in yesterday, trying to move on. I gave you my soul, you tore it apart. Now I'm just breathing with the waiting heart. Maybe one day I'll let you go, stop waiting for someone who won't come home. But right now I'm here in between truth and fate, still holding on to every second I wait. I still wait, but I'll find my way, even if it takes every broken day. I still wait, but I learn to be free from the love that once was everything to me. I gave you my everything, every soft part. Now I'm healing like you were with me, but I was on my own, holding conversations with a silent phone. I built you in my mind when you weren't there, pretending you still loved me like you still cared. I reached for something real, but it wasn't true. It was just me breaking, missing you. I was just alone, loving someone who wasn't there, giving you my heart into empty air. I was just alone through every night, fighting for a love that never felt right. I gave you my soul, you gave me none. Now I see the truth. I was just alone. I waited for your footsteps, but they never came. I kept hearing your voice, but it wasn't the same. I smiled in the memories that weren't alive, living in a story that couldn't survive. I thought we were something, but I was wrong. I was the only one holding on. I was just alone, even when you were near. You were never really with me. You were never here. I was just alone in a love that faded slow. I was loving you deeply while letting myself go. I gave you my everything, my fragile heart. Now I see I was broken from the very start. Maybe I made you out of my pain. Maybe I left you inside my brain. Now I understand what I couldn't see. It was never us, just me. I was just alone, but I'll be okay. Learning how to live a different way. I was just alone, but I move on from a love that wasn't there, from a love that's gone. I gave you my all, but it wasn't true. Now I'm finally healing from losing you. Remember the way you said my name, like I was your forever, like I'd never change. I gave you my heart without a doubt. Never thought one day you'd leave me without. I believed kept every promise, every I'll stay. But forever was just a word you'd say. I was yours in every way, in every night, and every day. I was yours without a guard. I gave you everything, every part. I was yours, but you let me go, like I was something you'd never know. I gave you my love right from the start. Now I'm left alone with a broken heart. I stayed through the silence, through every goodbye, through every moment. You made me cry, I held on to hope. You let it fade. I was building forever while you walked away. I gave you my trust, you let it fall. I was ready for everything, you gave me nothing at all. I was yours even when it hurt, even when loving you made me feel worse. I was yours, but you weren't mine. I was holding forever, you were passing time. I gave you my soul, you tore it apart. Now I'm just living with a shattered heart. Maybe I loved you more than I should. Maybe I saw in you what I thought was good. Now I'm learning slowly to let you go, even if it hurts more than you know. I was yours, but now I'm free from a love that took too much from me. I was yours, but I'll be okay. I'll find a love that wants to stay. I gave you my everything, right from the start. Now I'm healing slowly from the once yours heart. The sky was still burning when you said goodbye. No warning, no reason, just tears in your eyes. The streetlights were flickering like they knew too, that something was ending between me and you. I remember the silence, heavy and deep, like even the stars refused to sleep. It was the night you left and took my heart away, left me with questions you never stayed to say. It was the night you left and nothing felt real, like I was still breathing but couldn't feel. I gave you my love, you gave me pain. Now I replay that night again and again. You didn't look back once, you didn't stay long, just a shadow of love that didn't belong. I stood in the doorway, frozen in time, watching you vanish out of my life. I called your name so softly, but you were gone. And the night kept going like nothing was wrong. It was the night you left, and I lost my way in the pieces of words we didn't say. It was the night you left, and I still feel the cold of a love that ended before it grew old. I gave you my soul, you tore it apart. Now I'm still stuck in that night in my heart. Maybe you needed to go that way, but why does it still feel like yesterday? Every hour echoes that final scene of the night you left and took everything. It was the night you left, but I'm still here, living inside the disappearing year. It was the night you left, but I'll survive, even with memories still alive. I gave you my everything right from the start. Now I'm healing slowly from that night in my heart. We used to write forever in every little plan. Now I can't remember how it all began. Your voice feels like distance, your touch feels like dust. Somewhere between loving, we became the end of us. I saw it in your silence, in the way you pulled away, but I kept on hoping you'd choose to stay. This is the end of us, no more holding on. I was still believing you were already gone. This is the end of us, but I can't pretend that love didn't matter just because it ends. I gave you my heart, you let it break apart. Now I'm standing alone at the end of us. We stopped saying oh, we stopped saying we, turned into strangers, you and me. Your eyes couldn't find me like they did before. I kept knocking softly on a closing door. I tried to fix it, but love can't be forced, and I lost myself trying to hold us. This is the end of us with no way to rewind. I'm stuck in the echoes you left behind. story of me and you. This is the end of us, but I'll be okay. Even through the pain, I'll find my way. This is the end of us, and now I see I was holding on to what couldn't be. I gave you my everything right from the start. Now I'm healing slowly from the end of us. We used to talk forever, now we barely speak. Your voice feels like distance, your touch feels weak. I still see the moments we used to be, but they feel like someone else, not you and me. I try to hold on, but it slipped away. Love doesn't stay when hearts don't stay. This is the love we lost, fading in the dark. Two hearts once together, now drifting apart. This is the love we lost. We couldn't hold on. I was still believing you were already gone. I gave you my heart, you let it fall apart. Now all that remains is the love we lost. We stopped saying always, stopped saying us, turned into silence, turned into dust. I kept all your promises, you let them go. I was building forever, you didn't know. I saw it breaking but stayed the same, hoping somehow you'd feel the same. This is the love we lost, still echoes your name. Every quiet moment feels the same. This is the love we lost that won't let me be, even though it's over. It lives in me. I gave you my soul, you tore it apart. Now I'm just living with a broken heart. Maybe we tried, but not enough. Maybe forever was just too much. Now all that's left is what we knew, a fading story of me and you. This is the love we lost. I called your name in silence. You didn't turn around. I was screaming in my heart, but you didn't hear a sound. I gave you all my effort, every part I had. You took it like it meant nothing, like it was never that bad. I tried to matter to you, but I disappeared right in front of your eyes, and you never cared. You didn't care when I was falling apart. You didn't see the breaking inside my heart. You didn't care when I needed you most. I was holding on tight, you were letting go slow. I gave you my love, you threw it away. Now I'm left with the truth, you didn't care. I stayed through the silence, through all your lies, while you looked right through me with empty eyes. I kept believing you'd come back to me, but you were already gone. Mentally, I was giving everything, you gave me less. I was drowning in love, you felt nothing, I guess. You didn't care when I cried at night. You never noticed I wasn't alright. You didn't care, you just walked away like I didn't matter. At the end of the day, I gave you my soul, you tore it apart. Now I'm just living with a broken heart. Maybe I stayed too long in pain, hoping you'd love me the same. Love shouldn't feel so alone and bad. Now I see the truth, you didn't care. You didn't care, but I'll survive. Even through the hurt, I'm still alive. You didn't care, but I'll be free from someone who never cared for me. I gave you my everything right from the start. Now I'm healing slowly from a careless heart. You didn't say much, just looked away, like all of our memories could vanish that day. Your hand slipped from mine like it never belonged, and I felt the breaking standing here, watching love fall. You walked out, didn't look back, took all the light I'll never get back. I gave you my heart right from the start. Now I'm just living with a torn apart heart. I replay the moment 1,000 times, trying to find answers between your lines. Your voice still echoes, but you're not here. It lingers softly in every